Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're doing something that I really don't want to do. It's my least favorite chore, but I'm hoping with some new equipment that I got that's going to be a little better. But I'm going to be planting some bulbs today. So I'm going to be putting a lot of bulbs in this forest area. And this area has quite a bit of shade, but in the winter and spring, all these trees are deciduous, so I think it has enough sun that I think it'll be totally fine for some of the things that I'm putting in here. But let me turn the camera around, show you what area we're going to be in, show you my tools, and show you what bulbs I have. So I want to put some tulip bulbs in here, and I have some that do well in part shade, it said. So we'll see. This is kind of a test. And they're a little bit smaller. They're kind of like a ground cover tulip. And I'll show you those here in a minute. Over here, I have some daffodils that are white that I want to plant all through here. And some bluebells that I think will also look pretty. Haven't decided exactly where the bluebells are going to go, so I need to think about that a little bit. But I for sure know where I'm going to put the tulips and the daffodils. So let me show you what I have. So I got all these bulbs from Color Blends. I like ordering from there because it's a wholesale place, so you can get a pretty good deal for quite a bit of bulbs. And I ordered these probably late spring. If you order them a little earlier, it's kind of nice because things aren't sold out. And then they'll ship it to you when you're ready to plant them. So you can either put a date in there or it'll automatically kind of generate a date for your area. But I put a specific date in there, and they were delivered. They were sent October 20th and got here just right before Halloween, or maybe a little sooner than that. So I have these Bakery Lilac Wonder. I'll put a picture of all these on here. It's such a beautiful, beautiful pink and yellow tulip. It is a more delicate tulip, so it only has like one layer, and they're a little bit small. They're like 8 to 10 inches. It says to plant these 3 inches apart and 4 inches deep, and which surprises me actually, because these are so little. I thought they would only been 2 or 3 inches deep, so we'll see how they do. These bloom mid to late spring, and they're a beautiful kind of ground cover since they're a little bit lower, and they can tolerate, I think, some shadier areas, so we'll see how they do. So I think I will carry some of these into my forest area as well. I have 100 of these. They're so small. I had to get that many when I ordered. I couldn't get any less than that, so I have 100 of those. And then I have this Thalia, 25 of these, and they get 13 to 15 inches tall. These bloom mid-spring, and they're a beautiful white, delicate daffodil. So pretty, and I think they'll be really pretty in my forest area. I really like white in there, and I have a lot of blue with my Brennera, and then I also have some blue purple colors on my Vinca, so I think that will be pretty to have that with that blue. And then I was reading that Spanish bluebells do well in shade, and so I got these, and they're really, really pretty. They get pretty tall, 14 to 18 inches tall. Plant them 3 inches apart and 4 inches deep, so all these are about the same. These are 6 inches deep because they're a little bit bigger. I'll put a few of these out in this area, and then I'll put a few just along in that area as well. I think that will be really pretty, and maybe I'll throw in a few up here just to kind of carry it on throughout the yard. So a thing that's going to help me this year, and I've had this auger. This is the Power Planter auger. This is the one from Garden Answer. And it's such a nice auger. I've really struggled though, and I think it's because of the drill that I have. This is a 20 volt XR DeWalt, and I just got it because every other year I've tried this, it just doesn't work. And then I end up just having to dig a million holes, and I did not want to do that today. And I did not want to do that anymore. And so I'm going to use this, try it out. My husband and I just did a little test run, but I like that it has this handle. I was trying to decide if I should get this or the 60 volt. 60 volt was quite expensive. This was on sale. The other one wasn't, so I was really having a hard time deciding what to do. But if you want to use any augers that are bigger than this is like a 3 inch. I have a 2 and 3 inch. Then I would suggest going with the 60 volts. I'm fine with just using a shovel. Anyway, I had a hard time trying to decide what to do, and ultimately ended up going with this one, and it's gonna be good, I think, I hope. We've already tried it out in a few spots, and as you can see here, it worked pretty well. So I'm hoping this will be good for this area. So I'm gonna start in here and plant those Bakery pink and yellow tulips, and just spread them all throughout here. Sometimes I like to do them spread out, and sometimes I like to do them in a line, and sometimes I like to do them in a clump, just specific clumps in certain areas. Oh, maybe that would be pretty here too. Let me back this out. Maybe clumps would be really pretty. I think I will do that actually. So I think I'll do like a clump here, here, one there, one here, one there. Yeah, I tend to like the clump look, so I think I'm gonna go with that. And I'll just do probably like 5 or 6 in a clump. That would be good, I think. And I'll do some and carry it on through here. And then if I have some left over, then I'll carry on just a few clumps down in this area over here. So we'll get started with that. I think these are gonna be so pretty with these violas that I have planted here. Those are so cute. Okay, I do have a water line right here and an electrical line that goes from this light, so I have to be really careful. One thing about these augers is that they kind of work around cords and things, where with a shovel it just tends to like chop it, so I think we'll be okay, but I'm gonna try to be careful. I'm known for like cutting electrical lines, which is kind of frustrating. Okay, so I'm gonna do that now. Let's start with those bakery tulips first. Okay, I got the bulb tone in. So I started out just doing big clumps. Sometimes in areas it gets a little hard to see where the individual holes are because it spits dirt around, but I was having so much fun with that. It makes it so much better, oh my gosh, when it's working properly. But I started with the clumps and then I decided to just fill in all over. I just want this whole thing to be full. I don't know if these are gonna naturalize well here or not, but I just thought I'm just gonna put them everywhere in here, and I just think that will make a big impact. And I might throw a few bluebells in here. I think I will. I'll put bulbs in, and before I cover everything up, I'll try to find a spot for like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe of those, and maybe even a few daffodils. I'm not sure. I think that would be pretty. So let's start with these though. The thing I love about the Color Blends bulbs is they always look nice and healthy. Every single one. I hardly have any issues with that, or I never have actually. And they just are really healthy. So when you're planting a tulip bulb, you want to make sure that this part goes down and the pointy part goes up, because that's where your flower is going to come out of. So now that I've thrown them all in, I'm just going to bend down, sink them down a little bit, put them all up. I like to do that. Some people say you just throw them in there. I like to be a little more careful though. Not going to cover these up quite yet. I'm going to look around and probably put a few daffodils in here. It's maybe a little too deep. These seem kind of deep for how small they are, but I think it'll be fine. Sorry if I'm breathing heavy. This is the part I don't love, is the bending over part. But man, that sure makes it so much easier. It sure grabs tree roots though, so you have to be a little careful. But just make sure you lay off the trigger, you know, if that happens. And the handle helps so much. Okay, let's get the rest of these right side up. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here, let me grab my stuff, and plant some of them up through here. I'll do like a clump. I'll do like a clump here, and a clump here, and a clump there. I think that would be really pretty. And just use all those up. I decided I didn't want those in the forest bed. I'll just do all the daffodils in there. Last spot, I'm going to do all the white daffodils in this area, and it's going to be so pretty. I hope they naturalize. We'll see. And this is going to be a true test of this drill to see if it can, sorry, it's right. See if it can drill through this soil. It can be kind of dry and rocky. So I'm going to count, let's see, to get an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so if I do like 3 on a level, on a plane, does that make sense? So I'm gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but I'll spread it out. I think that's a good amount. So I'm gonna do that now and just kind of guesstimate. Side up. I'm so happy that's done. This made it so much easier. I'm so happy about it. Oh, anyway, okay, especially on this hill, it's so dry. Do these plants need water this time of year? Please answer me. If it's this dry, I'm a little bit worried about them. I know they're all kind of going to sleep, but I mean, it's been dry for a good week. We got a little bit of rain, but not much. I'm tempted to come and just throw a little bit of water on some things. But I planted a group here. This is our little path that comes down here from the grassy area here. Eventually we're gonna put steps. I thought we would this year, but nope, not yet. So we'll have steps that come down here because this is a natural pathway that we use all the time. And this is so slippery, as you saw me sliding around up there. So it'll just be nice to have that done. But it is a big project. I put a clump here and I put a clump up there because I had some left over. I wanted to see how it looked in here. I did want them kind of spread out. I put a clump here by this tree. I think that would be so pretty. And then I just sporadically place them kind of like this throughout here. And it's going to look so nice. I cannot wait for spring. That's the good thing about bulbs. It's a thing you hate to do, but you're so happy when you do it in springtime when everything comes up. And so I think it will be so, so nice. So thanks so much for watching me. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And we will see it in my next video. I have a few more bulb projects that I want to do, mostly in pots. Last year I did so many things in the ground. And this year I just focused on this section and that section because I didn't have anything. So nice to have that done. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Piper, what are you doing? Trying to find a warm spot? Are you laying in the sunshine? It's kind of cold out here, huh? Does that feel good? Hey, girl. Does that feel so good in the sun? Love the sun. Cutie. It's a good spot, huh?